quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Breeze's Saints going up against Carr's Raiders. With that, we'll get you out to Oakland. So we'll hand it over to our colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New Orleans Saints and the Oakland Raiders. Breeze now on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. Kobe Fleener, the tight end, his intended target. That'll bring up second down. The headshots here of the offense. Unit, and what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
Second down now after the incompletion. Breeze will try again on second down. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Breeze now to throw. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. See if they stay on the ground for second down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And sometimes when you're watching a game, you can actually see drills in effect during a ball game. And what I saw there was what running backs call the gauntlet drill. We have to go through a series of defenders. We're going to hit them, poke at the football, make them bounce, spin, dig for extra yardage, the whole deal. And we saw it there. His running backs coach, he's got to be awfully proud of that run.
Now Carr, caught left side to Crabtree. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On first down, Murray. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Time to tighten up the seatbelt just a little bit, partner, because that was a safety that crashed in there and made that play behind the line of scrimmage. How about that pursuit?
All right, here we go. Wide 88. We're going rally.
On second down, here's Carr. Here's Wolford over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some.
And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the...
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. From the gun now on third down, Carr toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now they'll run. Murray. And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on third and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
Partners, decision time. Now, I know it's still just the second quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth and goal. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They're going to run it with Murray. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Latavius Murray taking it in. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Fourth and goal, Charles. All the time you see those offenses, especially the quarterback, the running back, looking over the sideline saying, don't send the kicker out. There they did it, and it paid off.
It's really nice to see what they wanted actually done. And how about the coaches getting their faith rewarded by a touchdown?
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Second down following the run. On second down, here's Breeze. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
There's no shyness there pushing the ball downfield.
But Big Andy's taken down. Perry Riley in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
So in Week 15, Brandon Cooks had a monster game. But you go back to Week 11, not even targeted in a big win over the L.A. Rams. I think that Sean Payton, their head coach, he wrote down a note that said, okay, no more of that. Let's make sure Brandon Cooks gets the ball. And boy, did he perform against Arizona.
But the numbers have been a little up and down, but more so up. I mean, this is a talented guy with a bright future.
Yeah, it certainly is. What did he have in this last game? 7 catches?
Yeah, 186 and 2 touchdowns in that Week 15 game you mentioned.
He can flat out fly, and he also runs routes with great intelligence.
On second down, Ingram. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Breeze going to try and throw him. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kobe Fleener, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this.
We ready? Red 18. Red 18. Zebra.
They come out here in the eye. That was second down run for Murray. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
first down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
To the ground game. Here's Murray. And he's going to cut it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Latavius Murray with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Carr will look to throw. That's caught at the 2. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a...
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. It's caught left side by Cooks. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Breeze now on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. To return, it's DeAndre Washington. Now a hit and a loose football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Oh, he fakes a spike. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Breeze to throw for it on 4th. It's complete to Flaner. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively.
They go with a big back Hightower. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped. So they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Oh, the Saints recovered it. New Orleans football. Well, they just scored. They got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
So the D-line's going to spread out. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Brought in left side by Snead. It's a big play there for the Saints. 43 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Now Breeze. His pass caught at the 4. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. Breed fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. And quickly, they get to the line.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, bounced right back on it, keeps possession. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kobe Flainer, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Saints add on to their lead. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end.